Hello, YouTube. This is Life Under Trump, part 145. We have a lot to cover. More corruption and a big celebration for the Dems. Yes, a big celebration because Trump's beautiful bill did not pass. Some of the Republican Party disregarded Trump's orders and went with our powerful Dems. Yes, that beautiful bill did not pass Donald Trump. And Donnie boy is so mad. Honey, Mike Johnson, honey, I'm going to tell you about them DL men in that Republican Party. I bet he dialing Grinder on that app, y'all. He is on that Grinder app right now, Mike Johnson. He on that Grinder app. He's on there trying to set up him some black poutine, some black eggplant, because the Republican Party, those Republican MAGA people, MAGA, hey, that pretty bill didn't pass, baby. Honey, when I tell you that bill is in the trash and Donald Trump is what? Mad. Donnie is a madman today, y'all. Oh, Donnie boy, you mad, ain't you? And I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Donnie boy, that beautiful bill you talked about is in the trash. And the rest of your bills will end up in the trash. Your Republican Party is tired of you, Donnie. Yeah, especially after you don't set up with this doggone free jet from Qatar and two of your cabinet members, Patel and Bundy. They got ties to Cartel, Qatar. And right now, Donnie is in the bed with the Mexican cartel. Yes, Donnie is in the bed with the Mexican cartel, y'all. And Donnie don't like Mexicans. Donnie is putting Mexicans in cages in El Salvador. You monster, Donnie. Honey, when the devil come back, it's time to pay. Donnie is finna pay a big price. That big, beautiful bill did not pass Donald Trump. Boy, do you hear me? That bill didn't pass, boy. Donald Trump, that bill didn't pass. And must I rejoice? Celebration time. Come on, let's celebrate. Donnie boy, your bill didn't pass. Woo-hoo! Donald Trump, your bill didn't pass, boy. Hit that like button as y'all coming in. Also, if you want to donate to my channel, send me a super chat of you. Come on. Support me. I'm working hard every day up in here. Working 9 to 5. Trying to make a living. I'm over here working hard for y'all. Y'all send me something. Lord have mercy. Also, you can send me a Venmo. My Venmo is in the description and my PayPal link is in the description. Thank you all for coming to my live. Thank you for blessing me today. We got a lot to cover, y'all. Woo! Also, if you want a membership, I have 2 different types of memberships. In the membership category, there's things we don't even talk about on this channel. Yes, documents and all. But yeah, hit that like button as you coming in. Get a membership. The diamond membership is $9.99, and the rubies membership is $4.99. Working 9 to 5. I'm on here working hard for y'all. Send me a super chat. Come on. Send me a Venmo. Send me a Cash App. Hit that Cash App link. Not Cash App, PayPal link in my description. I don't have Cash App. I have Venmo. My Venmo is in the description. My Venmo is in the chat right now. Bless me today. I'm over here working hard, y'all. This is a lot of work I have to put in. I have to do research and all. Yes, I do, baby. Right now, we got a lot to celebrate. Donald Trump's beautiful bill did not pass. I think they said about 5 of the Republican Party said no to that bill, Donnie. Boy, your bill didn't pass, boy. Don't y'all remember that's how they used to say it to the slaves? Boy. And then today, a lot of older white people, even these young racist ones do it sometimes, y'all. They said, boy, well, Donnie boy, your bill didn't pass, boy. That bill didn't pass, y'all. And this is a day to celebrate. And we really gonna celebrate when P. Diddy is in prison forever. Diddy and Trump is the same person. Oh, yes, they are. I don't care if I make MAGA mad. P. Diddy and Donald Trump is the same person. I don't talk about that trial much because I get very emotional and I don't want to be on here crying. I am as a survivor. I don't want to be on here crying, so I will not cover that case. I can't do it. It's too dark. But I may dab here and there and speak on it, but I won't speak on it much because I don't want to be on my live crying to y'all, okay? You ain't gonna get me up here crying. I do sometimes, but I do not want to cry on the live with y'all. So that's why I'm not covering the P. Diddy case. I talk about it here and there. But again, I'm making a statement. Donald Trump and P. Diddy are the exact same people. Donald Trump and P. Diddy are the exact same people. Hit that like button as y'all come in. Come on, show me love. Hit that like button. Likes are free, baby. You can send me a super chat and show me some love. Show me that you love me. Show that you like coming on here looking at all this natural beauty God has blessed you across your screen. Y'all, when I tell you, we got some celebration time. Hey, we got to celebrate. So we're going to go ahead and get started up in here. Up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Hey, we got to celebrate that beautiful big bill that Donald Trump, and he named it the beautiful bill. Well, it ain't too beautiful because it did not pass, Donnie. And 5 of your Republican party said, hell no, it won't go. They didn't pass that bill. Y'all hit that like button right now. Y'all can even send me gems. Hit that like button right now. My Venmo is in the description. My PayPal link is in the description. You can send me super chats. You can get you a membership. Bless me or bless somebody else with a membership. Come on, show me some love. I do a lot of research to come on this live to give to y'all. Hit that like button. Stop playing in my face. Hit that like button right now. Likes are free. Likes are free. My kiss is free. Hit the like button, you guys. Thank you. Celebration time. Come on. Let's celebrate. Hit that like button. I see y'all coming in. Come out them bushes. Give me some love. Hit that like button. Send me a super chat. Send me a Venmo. Send me a PayPal. The link is in the description. Celebration time. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. That beautiful bill did not pass. Donnie boy. Donald J. Trump. You hear me, boy? That bill didn't pass, y'all. Celebration time. Yeah, Speaker Mike Johnson and the House Republicans are suffering an epic fail. And y'all, we're going to celebrate today. The House Republicans, Speaker Mike Johnson, who's going to be on that doggone, he's going to be in that app calling up that black ping, y'all, because he like the black men. Grindr. He gonna be on that app contacting Grindr for real, because let me tell you how men are. That stress build up, they gotta release. Men are different. Women be stressed. We ain't thinking about it. Most of us not. Men, they gotta relieve that stress, or they will just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. The conservatives blocked Trump's big, beautiful bill and stunning setback. Celebration time. Come on. Come on in my chat. Hit that like button. Come on. Those House Republicans are sick right now. Oh, yes, they are. Let's see what it's about right here.
Nearly 4 months since President Trump returned to office, 9 detainees have died while in custody of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, according to the agency's acting director. Todd Lyons acknowledged this while testifying on Capitol Hill Wednesday. A congressional requirement says the agency is supposed to publicly disclose when detainees die in custody. Democratic Congresswoman Lauren Underwood said those updates have been delayed 90 days. Lyons pledged to investigate and provide lawmakers with answers.
We do conduct a thorough investigation on all of those, treating the Office of Professional Responsibility as well as the local jurisdiction as well. ICE is, as I said, dedicated to transparency, and I will assure ma'am as a get back that we get all the information back to you and your staff.
Let's bring in CBS News' Homeland Security and Justice correspondent Nicole Skanga. Nicole, what have you learned?
Yeah, Lindsay, ICE has only publicly shared information about 4 of these deceased migrants who died in custody during the Trump term. Last month, 27-year-old Brian Rayo Garzon was found unresponsive in his cell at a detention facility in St. Louis County. According to his detainee death report, he was found by officials there with a blanket wrapped around his neck, later pronounced dead after being transported to a nearby hospital. We know that Rayo Garzon was originally from Colombia. He entered into the U.S. through San Ysidro back in November of 2023. Others we know about: 44-year-old Ukrainian national Maxim Chernayak, whose medical evaluation points to seizure, possible stroke in Fort Lauderdale at a facility there. A 45-year-old Ethiopian national, Sarawit Dejin, and a 27-year-old Honduran national, Genry Ruiz Guillen.
We're not going to watch the whole video because we got so much to cover. I'm going to give you the gist of everything. Right now, they saying 9, but it's more. 9 of the migrants under Donald Trump's watch are unalived in ICE. Y'all, the living conditions in there, they sleeping on hard cement floors. Some of them don't have blankets. They not feeding them often. That's only black and brown people they doing it to. They're not feeding them often. They're not getting their medications, those that need medication. It's worse things happening than that. The living conditions are horrible. Urine on the floors, poop on the floors. You know, Donnie used to run around with poop and urine in his depends. So anyway, back to the story. They are in bad living conditions, and it can cause health problems. This is what Donald Trump and his Republican Party are doing.
In breaking news, the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, is demanding an explanation from the United States for making a supposed deal allowing El Chapo's family into the United States, especially given the fact that the United States just named that cartel a terrorist organization. Talk about keeping America's streets safe and the most dangerous criminals out of the United States. Way to go. Yeah, so the Department of Justice has made a deal allowing 17 family members of El Chapo, and they have crossed into the United States very recently. This includes his ex-wife, their daughter, and a couple of their sons, who, by the way, have actively ran the cartel. But anyway, follow for more, and we'll chat soon.
Donald Trump is providing for the cartel, Mexican cartel. Donnie boy doing that. Crime mob in the White House. I told y'all, crime mob in the White House. I couldn't put it any better. Crime mob, corruption in the Oval Office of the United States of America. And us citizens are paying for it. So the FBI director, Kash Patel, was a paid consultant of Qatar. Attorney General Pam Bondi was a Qatar lobbyist. Now Trump is accepting a $400 million claim from Qatar. This is corruption at its finest. At the highest levels. We got more. Don't leave. Hit that like button. Just a moment.
So our international friends want to understand what we mean when we say Black Pan vibes. Let me explain. You'll know the Buddha and the true Afrikaners when they come to America because they're kind of synonymous with
more corruption,
like Midwest farmers or Texas cowboys. They're like our cowboys, you know? Big, strong, built, proud, normally wear a lot of khaki shorts, built like machines. You'll know them. Or you won't. Maybe they won't go. I don't know. But those 49
they're not sending the best from South Africa. Those white South Africans, they're not the best coming.
Trash. or like hillbilly kind of vibes, you know, food stamp kind of people. We call those Brat Pack. Hope this helps.
Donald Trump has brought over white South Africans that are not beneficial to him. He's mad. They got to provide everything for them. He thought he was going to have him some people to work on the farms. They're going to have to, because we're not doing it. We did not work as hard and come as far as we have come to get out in anybody's field. No, I will cut it off, Donnie. Yes, I would. It ain't that big. It wouldn't be much to cut off. Just a moment. Victorious one, she says, MAGA or racist who is represented by their ghetto queen, Shallow Hendrick. MAGA. Boy, what you talking about? Roddy, you don't know what you're talking about, your little bitty white pale ping. It's so little. Your wife had to use a magnifying glass. And she, on the side, have her a black man. Because she needs to be pleased. Because that black man is like, huh! And he give it to her real good. You can never, ever give it to her like a black man. When I tell you she ride that Donkey Kong, boy, and she have to pretend when she with you. That's why she don't give you no BJ. It's too small. You gotta use a magnifying glass, baby. Sit your ass down, boy, and enjoy the show. So I'm gonna show you something. Because I feel like the Republican Party is finally using their brain, the ones that went against that beautiful bill. They're finally using their brain. And now imagine Mike gonna need some brain. He's gonna be on that Grindr app. He's gonna need some brain. He loves the black eggplant. Yeah. Anyway, let's hear how this big beautiful bill blew up. That big beautiful bill blew up, Donnie. You mad, aren't you? We don't care. The American citizens don't care. We don't like you. We hate the existence of you. We hate your voice. We hate the way that you look. We hate your orange face. We hate when you wear black folks makeup. We hate the thought of you talking about Obama. Shut the fuck up.
Trump's budget. They said it was going to increase the deficit by trillions of dollars. And get this, there is even more opposition to Trump's bill in the Senate than in the House. But this bill has been derailed in the Budget Committee. MAGA Mike Johnson yesterday was saying, nope, it's on track. Things are going great. Here on the Midas Touch Network, we were saying, nope. Remember what we reported earlier this morning?
Imagine Mike got played
bill ain't gonna make it out of the Budget Committee. And here's the moment where the House Budget Committee failed to advance the GOP tax and spending bill 16 to 21. There were 4 no votes. Then there was a 5th vote that was made by someone in order to reintroduce this, perhaps in the future. Let me show you what went down. Let's play the clip.
The clerk shall report. Mr. Chair, on the vote, there were 16 ayes and 21 noes.
Well, the noes have it. The committee stands in recess, subject to the call of the chair. I want to thank everybody for their time and patience, and
16 carriages.
So here's what was going down in real time. You
hit
had
the like button. Thank you all.
Congressmember Norman, a no vote. MAGA Republican Congressmember Chip Roy, a no vote. MAGA Republican Congressmember Breachin, a no vote. MAGA Republican Congressmember Clyde, a no vote. And then MAGA Republican Congressmember Lloyd Smucker changed his vote to a no, likely in order to try to, I guess, bring this back up. But the House budget's vote on that reconciliation bill has failed. MAGA Mike humiliated by MAGA Republicans. A major Friday disaster for
major loss.
Now, we got wind of this as well when we saw Ralph Norman, MAGA Republican, and others kind of walk
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network on YouTube.
Earlier today, they kind of indicated what was about
fair use,
to go
educational
down.
purposes, and great for research.
But MAGA Mike was lying and saying it wasn't. Here's what MAGA Republican Ralph Norman was doing earlier in the day when he was walking there, and he's like,
"Thank you.
What I'm gonna do." Here, play this clip.
Are you?
The regime is falling.
We'll be in the room.
With Gil back, they can lose both of you. Do you think
Hit the like button, beautiful kings and queens. Hit that like button, baby.
What's going on?
Now, you'll recall yesterday, MAGA Mike Johnson was, surprise, surprise, lying.
Surprise,
By the way, this guy is the worst Speaker of the House ever. We'll see if he's going to lose his job now soon.
You're about to lose your job.
Indeed on the chopping blocks. But yesterday, MAGA Mike says this big, beautiful bill, it's all going to plan. Yes, we have some issues around SALT, right? The state and local tax deduction, but that's not even the issue that ended up crushing it. It was the people, it was right-wing MAGAs on the budget committee who said this was adding trillions of dollars to the deficit. So they haven't got to the SALT issue, and they haven't even got to the Senate where there's more opposition. Here's what MAGA Mike was saying yesterday. Play this clip.
Very brief because discussions are ongoing. A good sampling of the conference in my conference room here for the last couple of hours. We had the SALT caucus, the leadership of the SALT caucus, 5 or 6 of those members, and then we had a sampling of others. We had the chairman of the Republican Study Committee, chairman of the Freedom Caucus, another sampling of members who are from committees of jurisdiction, including Ways and Means. And it was a very thoughtful discussion. I'm sure you'll talk to many of them individually, but I think everyone will say it was productive and that we were moving the ball forward. Everyone has known that the SALT issue is one of the big ones that we have to resolve.
What I admire about this, they're finally seeing that it does not benefit us, the American people. We matter. We, the American people, we pay their bills. They get a check from our tax-paying dollars. So finally, we have a win, America. That is our win. That bill will hurt us. It would never benefit us, the American people. It only benefit the rich, the billionaires. We're not rich and we're not billionaires. Y'all may be rich. I'm not rich. No. I just get blessings from my Father God, Jesus Christ, my brother. But I'm not rich. I'm not going to pretend I'm rich neither. No. No, I won't. Not at all, because I don't need nobody knocking at my door. Not the IRS. No, baby. No. We all out here trying to survive. Budgeting, because everything's so expensive. I'm not going to front. It's hard out here for. So Bruce Springsteen, I love him. I remember when he performed here in Atlanta at Queen VP kamalaharris, one of her rallies, and I was there. Every time she came here, I attended her rallies. And Bruce Springsteen performed. It was amazing. So let's see what he got to say about this country now. Life Under Trump, part 145. Hit the like button, beautiful kings and queens. Yes, Lord. Listen carefully, queens and kings. He's feeding us knowledge. America's supposed to be the land of the free. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
They have no concern or idea what it means to be deeply American. The He said there's some very weird.
Humanity. That means all of us. White, black, brown, all of us. Humanity. And that's what Bruce Springsteen stands for. That's what we stand for. That's what this country was standing for before January 20, 2025. A monster entered the Oval Office, and his poison has spread it all over the world. That dragon been shooting fire everywhere, and it's time to lay down the dragon. Whatever needs to be done, it's time to lay down the dragon. And today, we got a victory, baby. We got a victory, boy. When I tell you, Donnie boy, you're looking bad out here in America. The world is laughing at you, not us, you. What I see happening in Georgia, a woman that lives in Atlanta, Georgia, a black woman. During slavery, they experimented with black women and black people. The syphilis they put in the black community. They experimented with black women's organs, our ovaries and stuff like that. Well, now they're experimenting and using a woman as an incubator after she is considered brain dead here in Atlanta, Georgia. Have her still carrying her baby, and she's pretty much unalive. She's brain dead. And the family does not agree with it because of the law that Donald Trump and his racist MAGA Republican Party. She has to keep that baby inside her, even though she's not even really there. She's on a machine, and the family want her taken off of the machine. I remember when my brother, who got shot 11 times, he was on a machine, and I was young, a teenager. My sister's older than me. They was asking us to take him off the machine. We didn't do it, and he survived. But this family want their loved one taken off the machine. She's brain dead. She would never be. But what does the MAGA Republican Party do? Because they're selfish laws. That baby may not ever fully develop, but they're making her carry it until the baby unalive on its own. Experiment on black people is what's been going on for many years. It happened through slavery. The black woman go to the doctor today, the white doctor tell her you're not in pain, and she lose her baby. She will be responsible for that. The white MAGA party are nothing but followers of Satan. And Satan sits at their desk in the Oval Office. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this.
Experiment. The brain dead pregnant black woman in Georgia is an experiment. They are experimenting on her a la Henrietta
The Republican Party's fault.
They are wanting to see if they can incubate
This is a beautiful
babies
queen. She is
via
beautiful.
women who are unconscious or brain dead. If they can use us as human incubators. And they're using a black woman to do it first. Hope this helps. It's an experiment.
God be our protector. I didn't see this coming back happening. It happened all out through slavery. And it's still happening. It's been happening when black women go to the hospital, go to the doctor. That white doctor tells us we're not in pain when we're in pain. And now the white man says this black woman that's brain dead, she has to keep that baby inside of her. And she's not even there. History is repeating itself. As a black woman, I've seen it so often. And to survive in this world sometimes, black people, we bite our tongue. But I can't bite my tongue on this. We're tired of the racist abuse. That is abuse to her and her family, that baby in her stomach. Y'all are some evil MFers.
That is the absolute heart of the argument. And I think birthright citizenship is terrible policy. It is right now.
And listen to this man. He's a Cuban.
Before the Trump executive order, that if an illegal alien is here and she gives birth
he's an
to a
immigrant.
child, that
His
baby
loved
is
ones are immigrants.
instantaneously a U.S. citizen. The problem is that's an incredible magnet for illegal
Listen to the
immigration.
words
You
come
see
out of this Cuban man.
You see pregnant women crossing the southern border explicitly
who
to
cosplay as a white
America
man,
so their baby can be an American citizen. We also have this phenomenon called birth tourism, where you have people from foreign countries, people from China, come to the United States when a woman happens to be 8 or 9 months pregnant and come here to give birth so the baby has American citizenship. That is an abuse of our laws. And so I have
his loved ones are abused.
Birthright citizenship. In fact,
the people that birthed him are abuse of law, huh?
Birthright citizenship. And that's what President Trump is trying to do as well.
Part of the argument is here.
That is the absolute heart of the argument. And I think birthright citizenship is terrible policy. It is right now current U.S. law.
Cubans, if you're watching, you should be ashamed of this man. A Cuban descendant saying this mess. This man has always cosplayed as a white man. He's not. He's a Cuban. There's some Cubans that's pale. There's some black people pale too. This man is a Cuban descendant. This man, immigrant. Let those words fly off his lips and his teeth and that tongue without a care for his own people or for any other person. The evil cosplaying as a white man. And this buffoon right here, Donnie boy. This buffoon called Taylor Swift said that Taylor Swift is not hot anymore. This buffoon, the ugliest man in the universe, said that Taylor Swift is no longer hot. She is still an attractive woman that wears her beautiful red lipstick. I'm not crazy about her music, but she's talented still. And she's attractive. So, Donnie, you can't, I don't think Donald Trump looks in the mirror, y'all. There's no way that ugly man, this man, looks in the mirror. To say Taylor Swift is no longer attractive when she is attractive. Donnie, do you not look in the mirror? You are the ugliest of the ugliest wearing a black person's makeup because you cosplay being Barack Obama. And you will never be. You ain't even half a he. Oh, and Black people, we celebrate this moment. When I see plantation burned down, I rejoice. So Annabella Plantation burned down yesterday, a vast majority of it. And I will rejoice when I see that White House that my ancestors helped build burn to the ground. That's when I'm really going to rejoice. So right now, I take this little bit of happiness to see a plantation burn. So many Black people rejoiced yesterday. So many of my beautiful Black and brown people rejoiced yesterday. Even some of my white constituents rejoiced to see this plantation home burn. Burn, baby, burn. And the biggest plantation home is that Oval Office. God, do justice. Strike lightning. Strike lightning. Do justice, Heavenly Father. And this buffoon, we got to listen to him for a moment.
Libya giving $25 million, Qatar, all of these countries. You talk about women and women's rights. So these are people that push gays off business.
Donnie, I don't know why he like he give good head. Watch how you hold his mouth. Donnie look like he gives good head.
So I'd like to ask you right now, why don't you give back the money that you've taken from certain
countries? Give back the plane, Donnie. Land the plane.
So horrible.
Give back the plane, Donnie.
I think it would be a great gesture.
Yeah, that old ugly monster. He always talking about somebody give something back. He was telling Hillary give something back to Qatar, which he didn't know for sure. It was a rumor that Hillary took something from them. We know for a fact, Donnie, you take expensive gifts from creatures like you. You is accepting that jet from Qatar, a $400 million jet. That's 11 years old, you damn. You cheap. In a way, he's kind of cheap. But the problem is, Americans, we're going to have to spend over $1 billion to get it up to par for the protection of this man in the Oval Office. It's a loss for the American people. More taxpayers' money down the drain. I must say, I love seeing Donnie Boy and his Trump and his cabinet lose. You'll see.
Huge breaking news right now. The House budget bill that includes major Medicaid cuts just suffered a huge loss in the House Budget Committee, as the House Budget Committee, with 5 Republicans voting against it, just voted down this piece of legislation in a stunning rebuke of Donald Trump and of Mike Johnson. Donald Trump was rallying the troops on Truth Social today, and it clearly didn't work. The vote was 16 to 21. Folks, this is an absolute disaster right now for House Republicans. They try to cut Medicaid, they try to cut SNAP benefits, and right now it's not working. There's significant disagreement over a number of parts of the bill within the Republican
caucus. Hit that like button, please. Thank you.
Tax deduction. In addition, some hardline Republicans want even more cuts to Medicaid than what's currently in the bill. In any event, right now, back to the drawing board for Speaker Johnson and the president. We'll see what happens next. I just did a full breakdown on my Substack.
Subscribe to Aaron Partners on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. What a huge loss. That big, beautiful bill, Donnie. Donnie Boy said that big, beautiful bill, it's going to pass. Mike promised Donnie, it's going to pass. Well, honey, Mike is on that Grindr app right now because he got to release. He needs to release after all this stress. I guarantee you, he got him some black pink. He was backing it up. Backing it up. Imagine Mike. He had to get him some. He was on that Grindr app. He wanted that black pink because it make you feel real good. Black eggplant, not pink. Eggplant is heaven.
Boys and girls, because here's something that's going to slide under the radar because nobody really pays attention, I guess, except me. In front of the U.S. Supreme Court today, the Trump administration argued that they can arrest anyone at any time for any reason, whether they're a citizen or non-citizen. and ship them overseas to a prison outside of the United States. Now, they're talking about Venezuela, but they're saying they can do it at any time, anywhere, to any prison in the world outside of the U.S. for any reason they want. And the courts have no jurisdiction to stop them. This is what the Solicitor General of the United States argued in court today in front of the Supreme Court. We told you before the election that Donald Trump thinks he's Putin and wants to be Putin and wants to be Kim Jong-un. You people said we didn't know what we were talking about. This is right out of Project 2025, the white Christian nationalist agenda. And Trump's people argued it today in front of the Supreme Court. You don't believe me? Google it and look it up. Attention, boys and girls, because here's something that's going to slide under the record.
Donnie wants to destroy this country and send you and I to El Salvador. But my God is awesome. He heals me when I'm broken. He would not let Donald Trump destroy me. And I pray he doesn't destroy you. Maggie, you're not safe either, baby. You're not. Listen to this, because I've been telling y'all Donald Trump is dumb.
I have one story I'm allowed to tell, and it's hilarious.
You have stories you're not allowed to tell. What happened with the Trump story?
Okay, so he's like, he doesn't really know how to read, for real.
I've been telling y'all
he
this.
loves to improv. Yeah.
That
So
Donald
during,
Trump
like, the
can't
table
read.
He like, before like we were gonna read each, before he had to read each line, and he's the host, so he's at everything. Yeah. He would go, I'm not going to say this. I think I'm going to say it the way I want to say it. Is it okay? Is it okay, Lauren? Is it everything? And everybody's like, what? And then this is my favorite part is there was a sketch that we wrote where he's at Disneyland with his daughter. And the line is, all right, let's get out of here. Turkey legs? Like, let's go get turkey legs. And he doesn't know how to read. So he went, all right, let's get out of here, turkey legs. He called his daughter turkey legs.
Maybe that was his improv.
Oh, no, it wasn't. And then he looked up, like, he doesn't get it. Like, he thinks if everybody's laughing with him, but we're all laughing at him. And it was, like, crazy. He would be like, I did a good job, right? I'm like, yeah.
Did he need reassurance, a lot of reassurance, or was he pretty confident?
He constantly kept saying how amazing the ratings were going to be.
And they were.
He's like, this is going to be number one.
He was right.
I have one story I'm allowed to tell, but it's...
It has been said many times from people that was close to him, around him daily, have said that Donald Trump can't read. So I guess you say you can learn a lot from a dummy. George Bush Jr., he wasn't bright, but he was smarter than Donnie. I enjoyed that movie W. I learned a lot from George W. Bush Jr. Give me some dap, George. I like you, but I don't like you, Donnie. I don't care to learn anything from you.
Did you know that the word MAGA translates to many different things in other languages? For example, in Japanese, it means wickedness, evil, calamity, and disaster. It is a slang word in Nigeria meaning sucker, fraud victim, or easily fooled idiot. It means lies in Zulu. This word means dragon in Sudanese.
I said Trump was a dragon. He needs to be laid down.
To witch in Latin. MAGA is the name of the highest rank in the Church of Satan. It means swelling or inflamed in Filipino. MAGA can be translated to many different things in many different languages. I think it's kind of telling, don't you?
Oh, it's definitely telling. Because I just said that Donald Trump is the dragon in the White House. And he needs to be put down. He's old. He needs to be put in a nursing home. Melania, do your part. You want to get rid of this man? Put him in a nursing home. He's senile. And he smells bad, like a nursing home already.
Trump just make a secret deal with El Chapo's family? Believe it or not, yes, he did. 17 members of El Chapo's family were allowed into the United States under the Trump administration, including El Chapo's ex-wife and the daughter, and they were reported to come in with $70,000 in cash. But the question is, why did President Donald Trump do this deal with Elvidio Guzman, El Chapo's son? Well, it is believed that El Chapo's son is cooperating with President Trump and U.S. authorities after his extradition in 2023. He might be giving up information on the rival cartels. And by information, I mean serious intel.
I think they're setting Trump up and he don't even realize it.
But here's the twist. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum wants to know why President Donald Trump is working with him after President Trump claimed that all cartel members were terrorists. And President Sheinbaum is also calling out President Trump for not letting her know about this deal. This is crazy. I'm mind blown. And a lot of American citizens have mixed emotions over this whole situation. What do you guys think?
It's a setup. Get him. Trump's not bright. He gets
flattered. Did President Trump
flattered.
just make a secret deal with El Chapo's family? Believe it or not, yes, he did. 17 members of El Chapo's family were allowed into the United States under the Trump administration.
I keep telling y'all, crime mob is in the White House. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. Hit that like button. Come on, come out them bushes and hit that like button. I'm telling y'all, Donald Trump is the most corrupted president ever in the United States of America. The most corrupted president ever. And everything gonna fall out his closet sooner or later. How good he worked that mouth too. It's all gonna fall out soon. The more he gets to be a more greedier man, the more things gonna fall out that closet. You don't like Mexicans. You hate them. You hate their brown skin. But you let El Chapo's son and the family come stay here? When you put Mexicans in El Salvador, Donnie, I can't wait till they run your ass. They're going to run you raggedy, and I'm going to love it. I'm going to get my popcorn out and enjoy it. You raggedy
bitch. Is a lie. How were Jews described in Europe before Ashkenazis became the majority? From Nature, Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers, page 123. Quote, Waite says, an interesting gradation of all shades down to the black is exhibited by the Jews. Especially dark were the Jews of Spain and Portugal. The Portuguese Jews were very dark, says Pritchard. The Duchesse de Brante, wife of Napoleon's ambassador to Portugal, said that the Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese could be seen in a single person. So dark were the Jews, especially of Portugal and southern Spain, that many whites thought all Jews were black or dark. Another source can be found from The Natural History of Man by James Cowles Pritchard. Quote, the Jews of Portugal are very dark. More corroborating evidence can be found from the memoirs of the Secret Services of John Mackay, Esquire, published in 1733. Daniel, Earl of Nottingham, Secretary of State, is eldest son to Mr. Finch, Lord Chancellor in the reign of King Charles II. He hath also the exterior air of business and application, enough to make him very capable. In his habit and manners very formal. A tall, thin, very black man, like a Spaniard, or Jew, about 50 years. History is a lie. How were Jews described in Europe before Ashkenazis became the majority? From Nature, Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers, page 123. Quote, Waite says, an interesting gradation of all shades down to the black is exhibited by the Jews. Especially dark were the Jews of Spain and Portugal. The Portuguese Jews were very dark, says Pritchard. The Duchesse de Brante, wife of Napoleon's ambassador to Portugal, said that the Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese could be seen in a single person. So dark were the Jews, especially of Portugal and southern Spain.
I'm going to leave that right here. And you can come to the conclusion however you want to come to. But I'm going to give it to you every day. You just got to catch it.
Of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism at a very high level. And in the wake of that conference, nations came together and spoke to me about confronting Qatar over its behavior. So we had a decision to make. Do we take the easy road or do we finally take a hard but necessary action? We have to stop the funding of terrorism. It's going to be very interesting.
Mr. President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
Your ABC fake news, right?
Why not?
It's only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us. I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much.
As a businessman, some people may look at this and say, have you ever been given a gift worth millions of dollars and did not receive anything?
It's not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense. And you should know better.
Y'all, the thing is, when he leaves that office, he takes it with him. And what he covering up is saying he's going to take it to the Trump library. But he's still going to be using it. It's a gift to Trump, not to America. But honey, Qatar is smarter than Trump because they know how to put devices in there that can't be traced. Boom! And I'm ready for it. Boom! Do the shit now. Save America. Look who they pray to. Look who they pray to. Black Jesus and Mary. Black Mary and Black Jesus is who they pray to. They pray to a Black Mary and a Black Jesus. And they always have. Knowledge is power. Accept it. Don't reject it. You will never grow. You become more bitter and racist daily when you do not accept the truth. I just got news also that the NFL has quietly shut down its accelerator program, the Incentive Lounge, in 2022 to boost diversity in coaching and front office hires. So the NFL told us that they would not be taking away DEI, but they have sneakily done it. Did it where they think Black people wouldn't realize. Okay. So the NFL has quietly shut down its accelerator program, a flagship incentive launched in 2022 aimed at increasing diversity in coaching and front office leadership. The program was designed to create direct pipelines, for minority candidates to raise into key roles within team organizations addressing long-standing disparities in hiring practices. A league spokesperson confirmed the program is now paused as the NFL takes its time to reimagine its structure and approach. According to the league, the decision was influenced by internal reflection and feedback from stakeholders across the football community. While no specific timeline has been provided for its return, the NFL emphasized that this is not a termination, but rather a reevaluation process. We see you, NFL. We see you. My Black skin, my entire being sees you. Move along. That's what we're going to do. See, Black people just keep moving on. We prosper through God. We don't need you to prosper. We don't need another race to prosper. We do not need our Caucasian constituents. We love you. We love you through the love of God, but we do not need you. We showed y'all we didn't need y'all. What did you do? Burn down our towns, flood them. Lake Lanier here in Georgia, Alpharetta, Cummins, Georgia, 45 minutes from me. Lake Lanier is there because they flooded out a black town. You either burn them down or you flood them out. We never give up. We just keep prospering because we are the chosen ones. We was the first ones on this earth. The Pope and his constituents, they pray, and the other popes, they pray to Black Mary and Black Jesus. Black people are in the Bible. No, I want to show you that that's something that's got to do with Diddy stuff. I'm not talking about Diddy. One moment.
New York Times ha entrevistado a 3 jóvenes profesores que decidieron huir
That's
de
in
los Estados
Spanish and everybody don't know Spanish. I apologize.
So it turns out that that whole gifted jet from the Qataris to Donald Trump could end up costing U.S. taxpayers over $1 billion. You heard that right. Over $1 billion of your tax money could go towards converting a Qatari-owned Boeing 747 into the new Air Force One, which will then be transferred over to Donald Trump's presidential library in the future for his personal use. Experts are saying that the 13-year-old jet, which is currently worth about $400 million, will need to be completely disassembled, rebuilt, and loaded with top-secret security systems in order to meet Air Force One standards. And that process would also take years long, and it may not even be ready by the time Trump's term ends in 2029. So to recap, U.S. taxpayers fund the billion-dollar upgrade, and then Trump gets to keep the jet. Follow us for more updates, and remember to add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We've got a new episode coming in the morning. So it turns out that that whole gifted jet.
Yeah, I told you he will keep the jet. You want to see the jet? But we're going to spend the taxpayers' money to spend billions to upgrade to what needs to be done for the men in the Oval Office, okay? Hold on. I know MAGA wouldn't have a problem with it. They don't have a problem with anything. They would accept the big, beautiful bill. But the big, beautiful bill, finito, finished, gone. Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, thank you, God. Thank you, those 5 MAGA Republican, 5 people that voted against the bill. Thank you. I want to thank each and every last one of y'all for coming to my live. Hit that like button before you leave out. I want y'all to know that I love you. God loves you. Keep striving for the best. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you.